Hello and welcome to Megatrip. I'm Dom and this is the travel channel that inspires you to adventure. You join me in the hectic, bustling city of Colombo at the rail station here at Colombo Fort Railway Station. Anyway, more about this adventure in a minute, but for now, here's what's coming up on this episode of Megatrip. And of course, in case you don't know, Colombo is the capital of Sri Lanka. We are going to start with some Japanese food. What else? Oh, check out, it's hanging out, little iguana. We'll call you Lizzie.
Hey?
Lizzie the lizard.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I named it after you.
Is the elephant bump, the peacock, happiness.
The happiness,
Peak of happiness. the
peacock
elephant.
happiness and the elephant bum.
Yeah.
Maybe it was built by some Japanese people here. I'll try and find out for you, but I'm not promising anything. Absolutely no promises here on Megatrip. It's not how we roll. No eating, no mobile phones. Silence, please. I'm going to shut up for once in my life. Little did I know I was going to shut up. Things were going to go very, very wrong. Anyway, we'll get back to that later. Through the magic of editing, you now know more than I do about what's coming up on this particular adventure. So, those of you who watch the channel regularly may know I usually try and do a video once a week. Well, that has been on pause for a little minute. I have relocated to the Middle East full time. I've also lost a little bit of weight. And real life is taking its toll, so not as many videos. But don't worry, I'm not out the game. They'll still keep coming. So, this mega trip, we are here in the wonderful island of Sri Lanka, famous for precious stones, for spiced food, of course for the Tamil conflict. But I'm here with a travel buddy, Lizzie, who you'll meet later in the video, I'm sure. And we're starting off in the capital city on the southwest coast of Colombo. And we're at the rail station here in Colombo Fort. But check this place out. Old school colonial vibes going on. Obviously it looks a lot quieter on that side. But if we come back round here, you can see it's a pretty modern rail station. But unfortunately, dear Mega Tripper, you're not going to see too much from Colombo itself because we flew in yesterday and now we're getting out of Dodge. We're jumping on the train and we're heading down around the coast to the lovely little town of Galle. And that's where most of the content is going to come for this video. So, strap in, here we go. Let's enjoy ourselves here in Sri Lanka. Cue the music. Right, so that's us here on the train down to Colombo to school. It's a little bit noisy. I don't know if you're going to pick me up on the mic. But anyway, the journey is about 2 hours and it goes down the coast and you can see, you might not be able to see right now, on one side you have the ocean, you have the sea, just behind these houses here. There you go, you can see the sea in the background coming up now. And on the other side it has the city. Now, health and safety here, as you might have noticed, isn't quite the same as you might see in somewhere like the UK or the UAE. Let's get a little view out the window. Not going to stick my head out. But give you an idea. But basically, taking risks out here. Taking risks. But hey, it's exciting. Like I said, 2 hours down to the wonderful coastal town and we get a bit more footage down there. It really is breathtaking. See this beach, this coastline here. You can't see, maybe I'll some footage in. This coastline here runs all the way down this journey apparently. Absolutely stunning. Little rock and roll, little raucous. What I'll do as normal is I'll chuck the price up down there. First class ticket, I think it's about $20 each return for me and Lizzie. Not really first class as you consider perhaps in Western Europe. Hang on, here we go, here's the scene. Beautiful Ceylon coastline. See, about $20 a tent. First class. The seats are quite big. They're not very comfortable. There is AC, and the journey's not stopped. Anyway, catch up with you today. Hello and good morning. You join us here on Megatrip on a different day. We have made it to the town of Galle. Got my travel buddy, Lizzie. Here we are, walking up the hill. And today, we're going to do a little tour just around Galle to see what we can do. We've got ourselves a wonderful tuk-tuk driver. He's going to look after us for the day. I'll introduce you to him later. We're going to start with this Catholic church. So this was built in 1874, very old. And the thing about Galle, why a lot of people come here, is it is an old colonial town. Hello, hi. Hey, hello. Hey, hello. You see, all the people here are super friendly. But yeah, like I said, it's an old Catholic trading fort. So there's a lot of colonial stuff here. A lot of old Dutch architecture. It was the Dutch who were mainly here, followed by the French and the English as usual. But anyway, let's go have a little look around this beautiful Catholic church. What do you think, Lizzie?
Really cool.
Really cool. I mean, that was an in-depth review right there. Let's head inside. Nice and quiet now. Bit of respect. What a setting. What a beautiful setting. I mean, look at this. Amazing painted blue facades on this church from 1874. Do a little bit of quick maths there. My maths isn't brilliant. So what? 1874, what's that? 124, 150 years old. Wow, but like, it's your usual kind of Christian colonial building, but the gardens here are absolutely stunning. I mean, look at this, ubiquitous palm trees, coconut trees, and there's a school here. Yeah, it's hot. No, not I'll go. That sigh is when you realise it wasn't your tuk-tuk driver, it was a random. I think that's our guy. Here we go. Once again, amazing service here in Sri Lanka. That's our dude.
Huh?
That's our dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, we went for a little walk around. Okay, where to next? So next up, we're here at the Mineral Museum. We're going to have a look at how they cut, polish, fine stones, and also how they make the jewelry. Let's go.
Hardest stone in the world is diamond, it is 10, and the second hardest stone is sapphire and ruby, which is 9. You see?
Okay.
And star sapphire. Have you heard of the star sapphire?
Yes.
Yeah,
Shine a light and you see a star, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you know something about stone. Not that one. That,
Oh, this one.
That is the star sapphire. The rough stone. You see?
Yeah.
And all the others are semi-precious. Like here you can see the aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
Yes. This is the purple color amethyst. Here you get the blue topaz.
Okay.
Tourmaline, you find different colors in tourmaline. And here you get the yellow citrine. That is emerald. This is the quartz. Here you find the moonstone.
Understand.
Yes.
And these are all semi-precious?
These are all semi-precious.
Okay.
Apart from sapphire and ruby and the star sapphire.
Okay.
You see? After that, here we do the cutting and polishing.
Sure.
Yes. This is how I just show you here. So this is the very old method of turning the plate, manually like this.
Okay.
Yes. I will show you the finished product. Yes. Like that. We didn't turn the plate. Now these days now we turn the plate, with the machine.
It's easier, huh?
Yes.
Much easier, much better.
Much better. And these days, it's being in holiday, they are not here.
Okay.
That's why.
yeah.
I can show you. This is switch on the machine, turn the plate.
Okay.
This is done manually. This is with the machine. Now here you get the finished product. I will show you under the sunlight. You can see here. This is after cutting and polishing. It looks like this. Can you see? See the moonstone, blue and white moonstone. Now only you can see the beauty of the stone only when it is cut and polished.
Yeah.
When you see the rough stone, for you it will look like pebbles.
Like a rock, huh?
Rock, like a rock. Yes.
Let's go have a little look inside the workshop for the Sri Lankan stage. And these are all found here.
Fine, sir.
All the stones are found here.
Yes,
Mine here.
except for emeralds from Colombia, diamond from South Africa. Okay. Yeah.
So here we've got the cutting and polishing workshop.
And this is how we make, all done by hand.
Okay, all the jewellery.
Yeah, all handmade jewelry.
Wow.
We have no machinery at all. You can see, this is how we make. These are the simple tools which we make to stuff. We have no machinery.
Yeah.
Now here we make in white gold, yellow gold and silver.
Gold and silver.
Yeah, this is silver.
Silver, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this is elephant pendant, you see?
No, it's good. Handmade elephant pendant.
Handmade. How much? Oh, yes.
What do you think? You want to have a go?
Okay.
You want to have a go?
Oh, what?
Of making some earrings?
Earring.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
With garnet.
Look at that.
You see that would work?
Yeah. I think this would work really well.
Okay, we need to not get you in bad habits of. So this is a local wood carving factory?
Yes, the rain tree wood.
Okay, from the rainforest.
Tree and the big elephant rain tree,
Okay, nice.
all handmade.
Very big. These are the tools you use? Oh, check out, it's hanging out. Little iguana. We'll call you Lizzie.
Okay.
Lizzie the lizard.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I named it after you.
Come, sir.
So we'll have a little wander through.
This is the mahogany wood.
Mahogany wood, huh?
The wall hanging elephant head. Not
What do you
heavy.
think? Not heavy, no.
That's a coconut board. You can eat in curry, salad.
Okay.
Oh, this is nice.
So that's coconut
Yes.
wood bowl.
This is nice. How much is this? Are you selling this?
I show.
You show us.
We'll show in the shop.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the elephant balm, the peacock, happiness.
The happiness,
Peak of happiness. the
peacock
elephant
happiness
bone.
and the elephant bum.
Yeah.
No?
This is teak wood, sir.
Teak.
Teak wood very light.
Okay, very nice. And all made here and painted here as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Hand painted.
15 people working in the, some people holiday in the one
Yeah.
people in the date.
Okay.
The cobra protection.
Yeah.
The peacock in the happiness.
Peacock for happiness,
The firemarks energy.
fire for energy. So Sri Lanka is a mixing bed of religions. The main ones that you'll find here are of course Christianity, brought over by the Dutch, Islam, as you'll find everywhere in Asia, Hinduism being so close to India of course, but also Buddhism. And this is one of the biggest Buddhist sites here in Galle on the south coast of Sri Lanka, the Japanese Peace Pagoda. Absolutely stunning. This type of building here is called a stupa. It's really common in Buddhist religious sites. You can see here, it's very much a family place. Everyone's coming down. It's a public holiday here today. You see people coming around to enjoy the views and also be one with their religion. Like a lot of religious sites and a lot of sites in Sri Lanka, in South Asia, you take your shoes off when you come in, and that of course means that my feet are absolutely on fire on these burning rocks. No eating, no mobile phones. Silence, please. I'm going to shut up for once in my life. Here you can see some Japanese writing on this monument, this sculpture, this altar. I don't really know. I'll be honest with you, dear Megatripper, I'm not 100% sure why this is a Japanese peace pagoda. Maybe it was donated by the Japanese. Maybe it was built by some Japanese people here. I'll try and find out for you, but I'm not promising anything. Absolutely no promises here on Megatrip. It's not how we roll. But what we do get are some breathtaking views. So this stupa, this Buddhist site, is up here on the hill just outside Galle, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes drive in a rather rickety tuk-tuk, I'm not going to lie. But you get a stunning view back over the bay, back over the coast, back down to the town of Galle. Let's have a little look at that now. Here you go. You can see across the bay, running all the way down, you can see the beaches with the fishing boats. You can see in this humid weather, it's probably what, about 32 degrees today. You see the storm clouds starting to form, and over in the distance, I don't know if you can make it out, you can see another stupa sat in the mountaintop above the bay. Absolutely stunning. So we started off at the bottom of the stupa. We've come up to the top, and here you can see more of that Japanese kanji, the most advanced and complicated of the 4 Japanese alphabets here, sat behind the golden Buddha himself, with locals making little offerings of incense. Hello. I don't think that kid was too impressed by me. You see these beautiful purple flowers and white flowers everywhere here for offerings, for decoration, and they're the water lilies. Sri Lanka is a wet place, it's a tropical place, it rains a lot, and there's lots of lakes and lagoons. We'll show you some of those in a later video, I'm sure, or later in this video. And you get these beautiful, beautiful water lily flowers that you see absolutely everywhere. Just like we saw back there on that altar, but also on all of the altars here at the stupa, at other religious sites, in hotels, in bars. It really, they're beautiful, they smell nice. What more could you want?
And that, dear Megatripper, is the moment you were waiting for. That's when it all went wrong. That night, Lizzie and I went out for an amazing evening in Galle. We enjoyed what we thought was some great food, but it ended our trip. We got the Lanka lurgy. We were in bed. We were in the bathroom. It was an arduous few days to the end of the trip. None of that, though, should take away from the beauty of Sri Lanka and the kindness of its people. And don't worry, we'll be back with more adventures very, very soon. But for now, make sure you like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and join us next time here on Megatrip.